So for this video, I'm going to show you how to do the applied icord edge for the chunky corded edge cowl pattern. I'm using Mia, a naturally soft, super chunky yarn in Sailor Blue, and size 15, US size 15, that's 10mm needles. So I'm using circulars, but you could easily do this with DPNs if you have them. So you start by turning the work inside out. So here's our beginning of round where we slipped every knit stitch round, and so with the inside, what is the inside now facing me, I'm going to pick up stitches along this edge. I'm going to start by casting on 2 stitches to the right hand needle. I'm using a simple twist stitch for the beginning stitch. I just find that it sits a little flatter with this edge. So there we go, we've got your 2 stitches, and then you can start anywhere on the round, but I'm starting at the beginning of round. Pick up with your working yarn, pick up and knit 1 stitch from the edge so that you've got 3 stitches on your needle. Then with your left needle, pass these stitches back across. 1, 2, 3 stitches. Then you'll see that your working yarn is coming from the last stitch on the needle here. So you're going to knit into this first stitch with the working yarn, bring that across the 3 stitches, knit into that stitch, and then the next 2 stitches you're going to knit through the back loop, so that each time you're adding a stitch to the edge and then decreasing. So you just repeat that all the way around. Pick up and knit 1 stitch, pass the stitches back, knit the first stitch, knit the second 2 stitches through the back loop, and you start to see you're getting the 2 stitch icord edge beginning to appear. So you just repeat that all the way around. Okay, so we're just coming to the end of the icord edge here. I'll just do the final stitch. Pick up. Now, I'm actually not going to pick up every last stitch on here. You'll find that when you connect the 2 ends together, that really covers up any gap that you're going to see there. You're going to end up with excess if you go all the way around. So I'm leaving about a 2 stitch gap there. And so here's where we want to connect the 2 ends together. So I'll just put these both onto the left hand needle like that. And then I'm going to take a tapestry needle, and I've actually pre-cut this end, but this is where you would cut the working yarn so that you've got a nice long-ish tail there. Thread the tapestry needle, and then with the working yarn, which is coming from the back stitch on that needle, I'm going to, as if to purl, take this first stitch off the needle, and then I'm going to come up over to this other side, which is where you began the icord edge, and I'm going to go through the back of the first proper stitch there. So you got your V, go behind both legs of the V, pull the yarn through, and then come back to my needle here. Sorry, go down from where the working yarn has just come out, front to back through that stitch and the next one, as if to purl, off the needle, pull the yarn through and get rid of that needle, and then back up to, so where you've got your 2 stitch icord, you've got your 1 row of stitches there, your other row there. You're going to pick up the next one behind the adjoining stitch there, pull the yarn through, and as you pull these together, you can see that it forms quite a smooth, almost invisible join right here. And then all you need to do is just weave in your ends. I'm actually going to connect this bit here. And go through there, make it nice and secure. And then because you formed a sort of tube here, you can actually bury the end of the yarn like this into the tube. Just go behind these stitches here, like that. And then what I'll do is I'll cut, just make sure that's okay, cut the end and tuck it into there. And that's it. There's your finished cowl with the I-cord edging on both sides.